This is Make It While You Fake It, the podcast about chasing a dream, where we turn lumber, late nights, and a little bit of blind faith into a full-blown woodworking makerspace. If you've ever started something before you felt ready, or just went for it before you had it all figured out, you're in the right place. Let's make something awesome. So, do you think anyone's going to listen to this?
Maybe not.
Welcome back. It's been, what's today? The 21st of February. Our last recording was in the beginning of January of last year.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been 13 months. A lot has happened.
But we're back.
But we are back.
And who are we?
I'm Dan.
I'm Melanie.
That's Moose over there. Bless you. Yeah, so in that time we got a dog. We got a new dog. Yeah, so we have a dog who's probably going to start squeaking stuff and chewing on things, and so just ignore that. But we're not here to talk about that. Guess what? The Makerspace is open.
We're open.
Which is absolutely wild because it's been 2 years in the making, and we're finally open. So definitely want to talk about how the hell we got here. But it's been awesome so far. We've had classes, we have members signing up, all this kind of stuff. And so, I don't know how far back we should go, but last time we spoke 13 months ago, we were talking to Turning Mike, and we were talking about classes and this and that. And that's kind of where it left off. And I did not want to have another episode until we had significant progress. And at the time, we did have significant progress. I was looking for places, we were applying for loans, we were going full steam ahead. In the end, what happened was the loan didn't get approved. And the SBA changed a lot of their lending rules where you needed 100% collateral to get a loan, which
is rough.
If you had that money, why would you get a loan? That's a whole other story. That's a really difficult hurdle to get over. So we were looking at a 12,000 square foot facility and a huge SBA loan. Now, don't get me wrong, 2 years of putting work into it with a business plan and financial projections and talking to people that know this stuff, it seemed like a very viable business, and I was very excited about it. But goddamn, that would have been an enormous, enormous undertaking knowing what I know now.
Right. And that's where I come in.
Yeah.
Because it is easy to feel discouraged after getting a rejection for a loan. And my thought was, well, you've got this skill and you are still able to do commission projects. You just don't have a shop to do it in because you were kicked out of that.
That's another story.
Right. So I said, why don't you start looking at smaller places where you could do your commission work and then build it from the ground up in a more organic way that's also financially viable for you to support your own projects and then grow Monco Makers in the meantime. And you said, that's ridiculous. I need a bigger space.
That's right.
And I said, okay, you're probably right.
I still need a bigger space.
And then I think it was fate, a really wonderful building kind of fell into our laps almost. Like we passed it every day pretty much.
For years.
Mm-hmm.
For years.
Yep. So it's in an old dry cleaners.
Yeah, an old dry cleaners. And the name of the old dry cleaners was Dan's Cleaners, which was pretty fun.
Right.
Sign number one. Sign number two, the address is 735, which was actually the 3 first digits of my phone number growing up back in New York.
Sign number two.
Which was pretty cool because sign number two. I guess you could say it's not really sign number 3, but just from a convenience factor, it's a half mile from our house. And it's 1 street over from my kids' Little League, which I pretty much spend all summer coaching and doing all that. So I spend most of my time in the summer and spring, a block away.
And if you know anything about people with ADHD, you might also have experienced this yourself where you get to your place of work or where you're going and realize, oh, I forgot my phone, or I forgot
that would never happen to me,
my wallet, or I forgot my dog's bully stick.
Because he was shop dog yesterday, so I had to go back 3 times.
And you can't leave that, so it's nice that it's really close.
It's really
right over and back.
The place that we were looking at, the larger location, while not far away physically, during rush hour and local traffic, it sucked. It
Awful.
it was gonna take me at least 25 minutes to get each way, which is not a long commute, but it is a long commute when I have to leave there in the middle of the afternoon to go pick my kids up, to take them to sports or any other extracurriculars, and then get back home and then help out with dinner or something, then go back for
Right.
classes, and then
And
it's just a lot of trips.
also, it was in an industrial park,
It
so it didn't
Yeah.
feel as welcoming,
It
I
was it
guess.
was nowhere near a road that people would see it. People would have to know it's there. No one would ever just
Drive by
stumble
for
across it.
fun.
Yeah.
And even during our soft opening, we've had walk-ins, people who
Yep.
driven by or live in the neighborhood
Yep.
or, saw a flyer at an antique store and wanted to check us out. And I think that's fantastic. It really has a great sense of community already. And that's without even full steam ahead marketing.
Yeah. No, we've done a little bit. So I mean, we we ended up talking to these people, my landlords, and I want to say I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure the loan got rejected back in like April.
Hmm.
It might have been April.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of dejected for about a month, so I just sat in a corner and sulked.
You cried a little.
Just I didn't cry, but
You were nasty.
was pretty mean.
Yeah.
I was pretty mean to people.
Well, no, grumpy.
I was grumpy for about a month.
Grumpy.
It's like, God damn it, this is never gonna happen. This was a total mistake. Um, but then I kind of, I don't know, had a drink and manned up, and then got back on the horse, so to speak. And we started talking to these people in about September, and we started going back and forth. And by October 6th, we had a signed contract, and I put the deposit down. Um, so in preparations for the larger facility, we all already were financially preparing for like a down payment, pretty much the deposit, which is 2 months plus a security deposit, like most places. So it's a big lump sum. Insurance is a lot. That all is required upfront for the entire year. Every year is required upfront. So there, just to get in the building and get the keys to the building was a financial hurdle. We kind of figured that out. And then it was like, all right, we got to start build out now. And how quickly can we get open? So the thing that I worked out with the landlord, which was really nice, because the landlord was great and he was very understanding. This building had not, or this unit had not been rented for over 10 years. So it had been sitting idle. It needed work. He knew it needed work. But I told him, I'll take it as is if you cut me a break on the rent and if I don't have to pay rent for the first 3 months, and that will be my build out. And he it was totally understanding. He's like, "Sure, that sounds great." He's a business guy. He owns a couple of Ace Hardwares. He wanted to turn this entire building into a hardware store. It just didn't work out, so he has it rented now. Um, but that 3 months was a lot, because in that time, luckily, again, having fate being what it is and believing that things are going to work out the way they are, um, I turned around and got laid off with half of my company in October. So 100 of us got laid off out of a 200-person company. So all of a sudden, I had time on my hands. So hey, look, I need a couple months to do a fit out. How am I going to do that with my job? Oh, look, I don't have a job anymore. I guess I have time now. And I pretty much spent the entire 3 months with my contractors, and anyone else who was willing to come help. We had a couple sessions where friends came and did whatever they could do to help, which was awesome. And we were able to get this place up and running to a workable state where we did a soft open January 1st, which was pretty significant for me because that was the first time that I was letting anyone else in, that I did not know, which was really, really cool. So we had a few classes in January just to kind of test the waters, and everyone understood that this was a work in progress. It's still a work in progress,
I think it's
but
important to note that the night before your very first class, you slept on the sofa in what we'll call the reception area. Um, and slept for like an hour maybe.
I slept between the hours of 2 and 3 a.m.
And I was there, and we had the contractor and his lovely wife and his son there till like 11:30 at night, finishing up some last minute important things, and um, running to Wawa to get Dan dinner, which was
Yeah, my contractor's wife, Tina, you're awesome.
yeah, you're great.
She looked at me. She's like, "Have you eaten today?" I was like, "Well, no, that's not important." She's like, "Okay, I'm getting you a sandwich," and ran out and got me a sandwich because I really needed it.
He really did.
Yeah. So,
But
of
anyway,
cou
like
yeah.
all that last minute, like
Oh
just
god.
racing around to
It was
get
a
the
lot.
door open.
It was a lot.
Yeah, but
It
we did. We made it.
We made it. We had on the opening, we had tools working with a lot of extension cords and a lot of portable dust collectors, but everything worked. The reception desk wasn't done. Workbenches weren't
Bill.
built. Materials really weren't bought. And that 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. time slot, I was literally preparing materials for the first classes, which were the next day. And there were 2 of them. I decided, let's just do full out trial by fire.
Just pile it on. Why not?
And we had 2 classes in the first day, and they were a kids class where we made park benches, and we had 5 kids take that class. And then in the afternoon, we had then we ended up having a bowl turning class in the afternoon. What I was happy about was the bowl turning class was all my buddies. They were all my college buddies. They knew what they were getting into. It was the first time this instructor was teaching a class, especially for me. So we were testing out so many things, but it went really well. Everyone walked away with a bowl.
And
All the kids walked away with a park bench. They loved it.
I have to
It was awesome.
mention too that one of the kids' parents drove down from near Allentown, had found us
At
online,
least an hour away.
and obviously stayed during the class and provided some wonderful feedback, which I really appreciate. And I was really concerned that people would walk in and see a space that was unfinished and think that was unprofessional. However, it is a workshop, so it's supposed to be dusty. And I think anybody who has grown up or even seen a shop before kind of knows that as projects are getting built, tools are everywhere. Like it's kind of a controlled chaos. And so you don't expect it to be pristine, which I liked hearing. So
Yeah.
I think we've come a long way since that first class. It's now starting to really come together, and we've
Yep.
had a lot of other classes under our belts now. Also making sure that people do give us that feedback after they come in. Like, what would you like to see us do differently? What did you enjoy? Do you have any suggestions for other classes that we could do? So we're really open and transparent that like we are building this from the ground up for the community, and we want to hear what you have to say.
And I mean, honestly, if you've listened to this podcast at all, I mean, just from the title, we're doing this from scratch, how we think we should do it, and we really have no blueprint. So you fake it until you make it, and that's really what we're doing. We're trying to get classes to be professional, get classes so that when you pay for something, you get a lot out of it and you're happy with what you go home with.
And not being like fake as in plastic, more
Yeah.
we're authentic, but
Right.
we're really doing what everybody else does. Is you're just doing your best.
Yeah. It's like, how do you do online marketing? I don't know. I'm going to post a bunch and see what happens.
Speaking of, I think up until maybe a month ago was not like anti-social media. Like I had a Facebook since
You were a
the
grandma.
since the early days, of college in 2001.
You were a technology grandma, I shall say.
No, 2001. No, I don't know. What is time? But then I realized I can't really help Dan with the tool component of this place
You
because
can't set up a table saw for me?
I
That'd be great.
I would love to. I don't know how. And I think you have so much in your brain, and like you have all of your stuffs in
Yeah.
different places, and getting you organized is really challenging because there's just so much to be done.
Yeah.
And I don't want to mess it up for you.
Mhm.
But the one thing that I can do is try to boost your like social media marketing through my own methods, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And if you know me, um, and you've tried to help me, probably a couple of you out there, Becca, I'm gonna shout you out for all of your help. Um, it's not easy, and I give all
If you can find your phone at any given moment, that's already ahead of the game. Because
and
generally you can't.
I, like, posted my first story, like, a while ago. I was so nervous, and Dan's just laughing at me like, "You're so cute. You only have, like, 40 followers." I'm like,
I don't have a lot,
"So,
but I thought it was
if
adorable.
you are listening, please follow me
Aw,
on
cute.
Instagram."
What's your handle?
I don't know.
Tell you.
I
Oh,
think it's just
no.
Melanie Scrimma.
Oh, man.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
And then on TikTok, I'm Mrs. Monko Makers. You can find me
That's
that
better.
way.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm also
What
Melanie Scrimma on TikTok.
what's a TikTok?
Yeah, we gotta get you on there.
I don't want that on my phone. That's just more ADHD disaster for me to look at my screen, and I'm trying not to.
Yeah, but follow Monko Makers,
Yeah, I mean, dude, that'd be cool.
please. Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but I mean, since those first classes, yes, a ton has been done. Um, I've now bought and sold more tools than I can count because you buy one, you use it for a couple months, and you realize that's just not the one. It's just enough of a pain in the ass that I don't want to deal with it. Let's sell it,
Like
and I sell it.
like 3 dates, kick it to the curb.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like if it's that annoying, I don't. If it's annoying for me, it's annoying for the people that are coming in,
Right.
and I want them to get their money's worth. Honestly, that's my biggest hang up right now is that I want to make sure that people get their money's worth. Um, there are places that have woodworking classes, not exactly in this area, but in the surrounding areas. And some of them are great and the classes are great. Just I want to be better than that. Like I want to up the game a little bit. And so, for even something as simple as a cutting board, I don't just want it to be one boring species of wood with a half-inch thick cutting board that's really tiny that you can cut an
Like
apple
a
on.
piece of pine that's gonna
Yeah,
warp
like
in, yeah, a couple months.
fine, you're so cute. Um,
You know what I mean, like, I'm trying to be relatively
I
can't buy it at Home Depot.
I love yeah, it's
Foodsies.
it's not the Home Goods acacia piece of crap,
Oh.
but, like, I want big cutting boards that are solid wood that are really fun, to make,
Kick-ass cutting boards.
yeah, right, kick-ass cutting board. Like, anything that I can do to make you have a really, really awesome experience, I'm gonna do, which is why I do things like, "Hey, honey, I have to go tonight at 8 o'clock somewhere." She's like, "Well, where are you going?" "Well, I have to go pick up vending machines." Like, "What are you talking about?" Well, everyone in the classes has asked for a snack. They've asked if I've had drinks or a water or something like that. Members, if they're there all day long, they're gonna get thirsty. Whatever. So I'm trying to just make their experience as pleasant as possible. So, I went and got two vending machines, a drink vending machine and a snack vending machine. Not that it's gonna be making me money. It's just a convenience really for people that are there. Um, and things like that are always going on in my brain on if I were paying, $200 a month to be a member here and I'm here all day, what would make it easier for me? Um, what was really nice were things like, scouring Facebook Market and finding a laboratory that was closing down locally that had a ton of really heavy duty metal cabinets. Was able to pick those up instantly. I had a miter station with a ton of cabinets that I painted black, that I had labels on, and now tools have a home with some labels and drawers, which I never had in any of my previous shops,
Mhm.
which is really cool. Um, just things like that we're just gonna keep iterating on and getting better with. Current state of the shop, the entire thing's painted, which is awesome.
Mhm.
Painting was a major deal. Spackling the ceiling and drywalling and doing all that was a major deal.
Ripping up all the old floor, painting that.
All the old floor had to go. We had our entire roof completely replaced by our landlord because there was a leak that kept getting worse 5 times that the roofers were there. And every time they came out, it got worse. So eventually our landlord, good on him. He replaced the entire roof.
Yep.
And we have not had a leak since. And we've had all this snow melting and all this rain in the last couple of days, and there's been no leaks.
But when we
You
were,
know,
but right before our first class, there was maybe like an inch of water
in the
that,
office.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
coming down into what will be our office when it's fully
Yep.
done.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, you deal with all that kind of stuff. We have 2 bathrooms. For up until last week, one bathroom had a working toilet, the other bathroom had a working sink. So it's like, that kind of stuff. I was just asking people to bear with me, and people were cool with it because they just believe that this is really, really cool
Yep.
and something that they want to keep coming back to.
The vibe when you walk in feels
Yeah,
right.
it
And
does.
that's something that I take pretty seriously. If it doesn't feel right or if you have to force it, it's not meant to be. And this place kind of, even with all the setbacks, it still feels right. And
Yeah.
it feels really cool. And
Yeah.
everybody who has been a part of the build out or has been a member from the beginning who has come in just kind of wants to hang out and stay.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
that's what we want.
Yeah, that's right. So, like, I haven't really described the building to people that, are not close by or have not seen it. Um, it's on a major road. It's on a 4-lane road, 2 lanes each way. It's on we have a ton of traffic pass by,
Lots of local restaurants and
tons of stuff. There's
shopping.
restaurants, there's
Near the
shopping.
Willowgrove
We're
Mall.
right near the mall. All that
Target.
kind of stuff. Target. Yeah, if you really want to have a great time, go to Target.
Drop
after.
your kid off for a class, go to
Yeah,
Target,
It's a great time.
come back.
So it's a glass unit. So the entire front of our business is glass, which I loved off the bat because you can see everything when you drive by at night when all the lights are on, which is really, really cool. We have a huge sign out at the road, which took, weeks and months to get our sign put up there. But when you walk in, you have 2 rooms pretty much. You have a front room and a back room separated by a divider wall. The front room is really where most of the classes are happening right now. Most of the project classes are going to happen up there. The turning classes, we have workbenches there now. We have reception.
It's got an awesome slat wall.
It's got the entire front room has this aluminum slat wall in all of the walls, like covering the walls has a slat wall. It's really funny. The dry cleaners actually spent a lot of time designing the look and feel of their dry
It
cleaners.
kind of felt like a bit of like 90s meets
Yeah,
the Jetsons with this blue tile. It was really,
there was a
really
lot of
cool looking.
neon in there.
Yeah.
It was sure it was a dry cleaners, but I will say they actually tried. They had sections of drop ceiling over the reception area that were all curved and flowing, and they had some of the floor that was designed in a
Like a
specific
circle in the
way.
middle, and
It was kind of funny.
yeah, curvy, wavy.
But in the end, we now have, when you come in and you turn to the left, you see our big reception desk with a large, live edge slab as our reception desk, a leather couch, a rocking chair out of walnut and
An old
leather.
an old record player that we have a Bluetooth connection so we can play our music through it.
Yeah, we have an old reproduction radio, which is cool. It's a cool vibe when you walk in. And then the big scary tools, I'll just call them that, but mostly the member shop is in the back room. So we have our big dust collector hung from the ceiling in the back, and then we still have all the ducting to do. That's kind of what the current project is getting all the dust collection permanently kind of
Installed.
attached to each tool.
Yeah.
Because that is a huge thing. The thing that I'm realizing very, very quickly is just how often I need to clean it. That's actually kind of wild. We have a guy that now comes in and cleans 2-3 times a week,
Shout out Josh.
which is already needed. You have your home shop and maybe you let it go for a couple days and then you vacuum everything and you're good. when you have 2 or 3 people that are there all day using every tool, and then you're doing commission projects at night, and then you have a class the next day, dude, the amount of cleaning
Mm.
is blowing my mind.
Mm.
Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but holy crap.
I was expecting very much this.
It's a lot.
Yep.
It's so much cleaning. I feel like I'm sweeping all day long.
Lots of dust.
And, like, we have 1 air cleaner up, but I bought 4, so we still have to hang 3.
So also,
that kinda stuff.
if you are interested in coming by, checking it out, and also if you don't like dust and you want to help us clean it a little bit, no,
Yeah.
just kidding, but not
If
really.
you really get off on sweeping, okay, come
If
on
you
over.
love organization, well, do we have a job
Yeah.
for you?
We have carcasses of cabinets, but no drawers yet. Come on over.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I love where it's going.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. All the while, I still got my day job. I started a new job the day we opened, with the day we soft opened. I started a new job. And, I accepted that job around Thanksgiving and I said, "You know what? I need to finish this. I need to get it to open. Can I start in the new year?" And they were totally cool with it. Um
And he's killing it at the new job too.
I
He does everything.
I love this place. It's a really cool job. Um, and and it's completely polar opposite of what this shop is, but it's great because I have an office there, so I can work from there, which has been great. Um,
And he does.
yeah,
And I think it was funny because our contractors didn't realize that Dan's actually really smart. Because he's on these calls and he's speaking in like different languages for coding and development, and it's like, what
it's
the
funny.
heck is he talking
We
about?
should have a poll as to as to what does Dan do for his 9 to 5 job. Again, if you've listened to me on this podcast,
You never guess.
I don't think you'd ever be able to figure out what I do for my 9 to 5, which is kind of fun. I don't do like open heart surgery, but it's pretty
Yeah, he's pretty smart, guys.
fun. Again, just fake.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
But-
But anyway, it has been a lot of fun. I have felt every emotion under the sun in the last month.
It's been a whirlwind,
It's
really.
it's been a lot because the reality is that if I have classes, I'm not home. So now my kids are like, "Well, where are you going today?" Well, I'll say goodnight now at 4 o'clock because I have a class to teach. The reality of that is setting in, and the reality of eventually I need other people. I need other people to be a warm body, to be there when people walk in, because honestly, we're starting to get to the point where people are just walking in. Even a guy yesterday just walked in and be like, "I've passed this every day for the last week and I really wanted to know what this was about. What are you doing here?" And after explaining it to him, he's like, "Okay, I'm becoming a member and it's definitely happening this week because this is awesome and I need a shop and I don't have a shop." Literally the guy that I am starting this for walked in the door, which is really, really cool, but it's happening more and more often.
And for example, on this week, Dan had to go into his 9 to 5 office, and usually it's more of a work from work remotely situation.
Yeah.
And I got to be the warm body, so I was there at the shop doing my 9 to 5, and this lovely man walked in with a question like, "Could you please fix this antique arts and crafts table for me?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I know a guy who can definitely do that for you."
Yeah.
And he just found the flyer at the antique store and walked right in. But it's really, it's an easy gig if you want to be that warm body and you
Sure.
really enjoy the workshop environment. We can't pay you.
No, I can't pay anyone. I can pay instructors. That's about it.
Yet.
Yeah, I can't pay anyone yet. I can pay you with, hey,
You can use the tools.
you can use our tools. That's
You
kind
can
of cool.
be part of something awesome and hang out with some really cool people
Yeah.
and make some really cool stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, with that being said, we are planning our grand opening on March 28th. It's a Saturday. I mean, honestly, come on over and just walk around because it's going to be really, really cool. Um, we're going to have a lot of different things going on. We're planning a lot of stuff still. The night before, actually, we're doing an epoxy pour demo. We have 20 people coming to see see me pour epoxy, which kind of blows my mind, but people still like that. It's kind of cool.
You haven't done it in a little
I
while.
have not done it
Maybe you
in
should,
about 2 years.
yeah,
But
practice.
we're gonna do a big epoxy pour, and then people can see that. We might actually silent auction that table. It's actually the size of a dining table, which is cool. It's gonna be a big ash slab, and we're gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll just ask the people that are there what color I should put in there.
Pink.
No, no one wants a no one
Your
wants a
sister does.
what sister?
Denise.
She wants a pink
Yeah.
epoxy dining table?
Yeah, but I don't think you should do pink.
I'm not gonna do pink, but okay. Maybe we ask the people and we give them
Ask the people.
3 options that are all of which are not pink.
Mm.
But we have local businesses coming in that are gonna have, just some giveaways and some vendor booths and stuff like that. What I thought was really, really awesome, and it's kind of a testament to the local businesses here, um, is I put a feeler out to a couple businesses that were, when I'm starting out and I need materials to build a workbench, it'd be great if I can get sponsors to pay for those materials. I mean, not,
That might have been my idea.
I mean, not for nothing, but a lot of this is really expensive
Yeah.
out of pocket when you're trying to build out a whole place. You're trying to get tools. You're trying to get materials for
Without
the
a loan.
building,
Yeah.
and then without a loan, but also like for workbenches, things that people expect to have in a makerspace. And you know what? We had 5 or 6 businesses step up and be like, you know what? I will donate $500 so you can buy all the materials for that workbench. So we're having medallions made to embed in the tops of the workbenches for those businesses. All those businesses links are being included in the bottom of every email that we go out, that we send out. And it's been awesome to see local places supporting other local places.
Yeah.
It's great because this area needs that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of new businesses that are going to start in downtown Hatboro and Willow Grove, if you're familiar with the area. And it's awesome to see other businesses supporting each other. And I would do the same. So I'm really happy to see that. So on the 28th of March, they're all going to be out there. And I definitely encourage you to come by and check out what we've built.
Yeah, for sure. And I also want to thank Chef Nick, who came
Yo,
out for a cutting board
Dude, Chef
class.
Nick's awesome, man.
He's fantastic, and he put out a really honest, I think,
Yeah.
and his perspective on the makerspace was great. His review was just, it made us happy.
He explained it in a very different way than me that was still extremely accurate.
Yeah.
Just the way that he explained it was awesome. And that's what I've been looking to do. I've been exchanging some of that experience with people where, come in and take a cutting board class, come in and take a bowl turning class, and just give me feedback and post your experience online. And so far, the Google reviews that have been coming in are just rave reviews.
And these are not all friends.
I
guys.
don't know most of these people. Honestly, a testament that I'm truly, truly proud of
Me too. I know what you're gonna say.
is that last week we had a cutting board class, and every one of those 3 people were repeats already. We've been open for a month, and I'm having repeat classes of like literally the 3 people that took the cutting board class were already people that took previous classes.
And even the kid from the first park bench class
Yep, he came back.
from Allentown,
He
his
came
mom
back.
drove him back again for the lightsaber
Yep.
turning class, which
Awesome.
is so freaking cool, guys.
It's
If you
awesome.
have a kid that likes Star Wars, Dan doesn't even know,
I've never seen it,
But-
but it's cool.
but he knows what a lightsaber is. So
Don't judge me.
the lightsaber class is just so awesome. And if you,
Guess what? You can take one
Yeah.
March 1st.
hey, it's on the books.
How about that?
Yes, you should
Uh,
definitely sign up. There are limited
It's really,
spots.
really fun. For the turning classes, there are 6 spots. We got 6 lathes.
But you need to you have to take a turning class.
It's really, really fun.
Yeah.
I learned how to turn about 2 months ago, and now I'm turning a bowl a week just because I like doing it. That's kind of my escape, is turning a bowl because it's instant gratification. It's
It's
so
so
much.
satisfying.
You turned a bowl.
I did. It's more like a plate, like a
So
dish.
how many power tools have you used?
3.
Which ones? Can you name them?
Uh,
What other
did I use a table saw?
when
Did
would
I
you when?
I've watched all of the power tools being used.
Your
So
algorithm's getting,
I learn through
smart about it.
osmosis. But I'm taking the women's intro
We
to
have
woodworking class.
8 people in that class now.
I'm
So
excited.
it's in April. We have a women's introduction to woodworking taught by this amazing woman, Mara, who didn't get into woodworking herself until she was
Of a certain age, we'll say.
of a certain age. Of a
We
certain
don't
age.
talk about that.
No, no, no. But self-admittedly, she was intimidated to go to Lowe's and ask a question because you get one jerk who kind of makes you feel bad, like you should know this stuff, and then you don't want to go back. And I totally understand that. Honestly, I do. And now she's teaching classes around, the Northeast, which is freaking
I am
awesome.
so excited.
She's so awesome. She's really, really cool.
And it's not for that's the other thing about our makerspace is that it is inclusive and we want everybody to feel welcome there. And a lot of women can do
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
every person can do woodworking. It's just you haven't had the opportunity to
Sure.
try, or you
Sure.
haven't been invited to try it.
Sure.
So that's what we're going for.
I mean, hell,
See
we've
what you're
had
capable of.
we've had scout troops come through. We've had middle school classes come through, and these girls have killed it. They've
Yeah.
absolutely killed it, and they've
Really
loved
good.
it, and they've wanted to come back. And I really, really, really want to encourage that. What I loved is, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but up until now, so my kids are 9 and 7, and 3.5. But the 9 and 7-year-olds have never shown interest really in doing this outside of, hey, let's do something with dad.
Mm-hmm.
But like specific to woodworking, they've never been interested in, hey, can I do woodworking with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Never really.
I think they take it for granted because you're just doing it all the time. So,
Right.
like, maybe it's a little bit of sibling
Yeah,
rivalry. Almost. Like,
maybe.
woodworking is your other baby.
So my 2 kids took the lightsaber turning class, and last time that we were in the shop, last Wednesday or Thursday, whatever it was, both of them asked if we could turn something while they were there, which I didn't have time for at the time because we were
But
doing
your
a bunch of other
knee-jerk
stuff.
reaction was like, yeah, heck
I
yeah.
was like, that's awesome. Like, my kids have never been interested in this. They did it one time, and now they're asking to do it
Mm.
whenever they can, which is, I'm telling you, if it doesn't matter what what stuff your kid's into, if you get them in front of a lathe and they turn a lightsaber, they're gonna want to do more of it. It's just really, really cool.
It is really cool. And then the other thing is our daughter took the park bench class. And after that,
That
she
was
went
really
into the back
Yeah,
room and started using the tools that she had learned how to use
she did.
in the class to make, I don't know what she was
She
making.
she wanted to make a box,
Yeah.
and she wanted to make a box out of 2x4s, whatever it was. And so she learned how to pre-drill and countersink for a tapered, drywall screw or whatever it was. And she was pre-drilling and screwing things and clamping things on a workbench
Mhm.
by herself, just in the back for about an hour. And I was not back there. And I walked back. I'm like, are you kidding me? What are you doing back there? She's like, I just wanted to make a box. I'm like, that's just,
Great.
you have no idea how exciting that makes me. How excited that makes me.
Yeah. How happy and proud.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So like that is just, honestly, that's just a taste of what the excitement is at a place like this.
Mhm.
And honestly, once it gets warm and once this goddamn snow
It's
stops happening up here,
second winter is coming.
I hate it so much. Once this snow is gone, I honestly think that this place is going to take off, and the writing's on the wall because more and more people are coming in, more and more people are sharing things. We're getting classes booked every day.
Right.
And honestly, what's nice is we've gotten a lot of private classes
Yeah,
Um,
like if you have a group of 4 friends that wanna take a class with you,
yeah,
4 or 5 friends.
whenever. What's nice is that if you get to 6 people, you can pretty much choose the date and time. It doesn't matter when it is. I will have an instructor available, and you can just take it. You want to do a work event, you want to do a scout troop thing, you want to do a birthday party, you want to do whatever, you want to do a girls' night. Um,
Girls' night.
Dude, it doesn't matter. It's awesome, and we've gotten several of those, and they have been awesome. We have several coming up, which I'm really really excited about.
Mhm.
Um, and we're coming up with classes. Every day we have class ideas,
I have midnight
but
thoughts, guys.
Melanie's midnight thoughts has become very, very entertaining.
I write it down with, I can't see without my glasses, so I squint one eye and then I type it out and hope that it makes sense in the morning. And some of my ideas at midnight are really good.
Mm.
They're really good.
I dig 'em. I dig 'em.
I'll tell you a couple.
Yeah, what's one?
Let's name all the tools something to do with a woodworking pun or a dust pun. So like Dusty Dinkelman, if you guys know the movie Just Friends.
Dinkelman.
Dinkelman, Dusty. Um, Dusty Springfield, or I don't know, not even just dusted wood, but bench, please. It's the name of a woodworking bench,
Bench, please.
or just a name. So we've got the giant bandsaw,
Yeah, Bertha.
Bertha, Big
Yeah.
Bertha.
Yeah, she's huge.
she's
We
blue.
got a
She's
nice
big and blue. Her name's Bertha.
36-inch bandsaw from 1940.
Right. And because I don't know, I mean, I'm learning all the names, the actual names of these tools. I just thought it would be great if we could just name them like Barry or something else that we could put a little name on them. They have their personalities, and then like, oh, Barry needs a one over. But
Barry the bandsaw needs a
Barry the
new
bandsaw.
new blade.
Barry
Yeah.
could be like the wonky band. There's no wonky things, guys. All the tools are great. But yeah, so that was an idea. And then another one was have somebody help me learn how to post stuff on social media. And that's happening.
Oh boy, you need a lot of help.
And then another one was your Monco Maker's Mark. So after your class, I want to get a branding iron with our logo.
Sure.
You could actually brand the logo into your piece and make a memory,
Sure.
and then take a picture.
Why not?
And the last one that I liked is my wall of frame idea. So we're going to have a picture frame class because I need
yeah.
so many picture frames made. For
Yeah.
all the things.
We definitely need a class on picture framing.
And
yeah.
you need a jig for that, right?
It would make it go smooth. Yes.
See, I know things. And so that ties into the other idea, which is a take it or leave it class. So if you come in for a picture frame class and we have pictures of you from your class, if you wanted to take it or leave it, if you leave it, it will go on the wall of frame. And then we can have
I dig
pictures
it.
of all of these, people who have come in and taken classes,
I
and
dig it.
yeah, sign your name to them, and then you'll be part of, the building of,
Yeah.
Monco Makers.
For sure. No, I
And
love
making
that.
a Monco Makers.
I love
Midnight Thoughts.
Wait, dude, midnight. It's like Creed Thoughts,
Yeah.
except newer.
Melanie's Midnight Thoughts. Monco
Melanie's-
Makers.
.com.org. Yes.
TM.
But I mean, honestly, I don't know what other updates to give you, but I will tell you I am really, really excited at where it is and where it is going. And the fact that it's a real thing after 2 years of planning
reality.
this has been a 2-year planning session on getting this
And
going.
probably even 5 years since the seed was like planted.
It's been a lot longer than that since the idea happened.
Wow.
But I believe it was in January of 24 is when Monco Maker started.
Mm.
That's when the LLC was formed, when I'm like, you know what? This is happening. Hell or high water, somehow this is happening. And it's been since then, since I've been working on it, to see it actually happening and to see people really excited about it is truly rewarding.
Mhm. It's just
Stress and all, and it's
Mhm.
just the beginning. It really is. Once we get a lot of this stuff polished and people really, really know what to expect and the word spreads, I think this is really going to take off.
I know it will.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
Yeah. I'm super stoked. So
The last thing that I will say is we're going to build out an FAQ page because I'm sure people will
Yeah.
have a lot of questions
sure, for sure.
about like what to expect. And pricing models and all of that. It's very transparent. For
Yeah.
now, it's just $200 a month for a
Yeah.
membership, which is like a gym membership. You come in and you can use all the tools, and there will be somebody there who can
Yeah.
answer questions.
Yep.
If you require more help, then that would be more of like a private session with an instructor,
Yeah. Yeah.
because they've got their time that they have to do other things as well. Um, for classes, there is a range, and that's something that we're kind of figuring out, like what the market is in this area. But
Yep.
I think for like a cutting board, one thing I mentioned to the first class of people who came in with the boards that we're making that Dan has and the wood that we're using, a finished product would
Oh,
probably
oh yeah.
price around like 200 and
Yeah.
some dollars or more
Yeah.
at a
Yeah.
craft fair or
For sure.
um, you know, an event. So
Yep.
you're paying $160
Yeah.
for
For
something that
yeah.
costs more retail,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's
and you're
kind of,
making it yourself.
and you're making it yourself. I mean, that's the thing. You can go home if you have a table saw at home. You can go buy S4S lumber and make a cutting board. Like you have all the skills to do that now at home, which is huge, honestly. And so far, the people that have come through, they've had an interest. Maybe they've touched a couple tools, but you can see how much they're going home with, knowledge wise and experience wise, that you're just going to want to keep coming in and doing the next class that's even more advanced. And we're going to get into that once we have a certain number of members that want to start doing some of the skills based classes. We're going to start doing those.
Mhm.
Right now, a lot of it has been project based because that's just bringing people in and you walk home with something really cool. Once you have 2 dozen members, and you know what? Half these members really wanna use a hand plane. They just wanna do, hand tools or whatever it is.
Mhm.
We'll have a class specifically for that,
Yeah.
and if you are a member, you're gonna have kind of a voice into the classes that we hold. Uh,
And even if you're not a member and you have an idea or
yeah,
you have like a group of
let
people
us
that want
know.
to do a
Yeah,
certain type of class, like DM Monco
absolutely.
Makers, reach out through the website and which is Monco-makers.com.
Dashmakers.com.
Mm-hmm. Yep. See, I know. I know things.
There's no dash on the Instagram, but there's a dash
There's
on the
dash on the
website.
website.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
whatever. It is what it is.
uh-huh. But the other thing that I wanted to say is we'll probably have some of these demo events that are free to walk in.
For
But
sure.
I want to really appeal to the masses here and remind everyone that this is a community space. So we are accepting donations of any kind, like your
Absolutely.
time, or if it's in
Yeah.
your means, they're open classes, walk in. But if you can throw, $20 or whatever you feel is appropriate towards the makerspace, that would go a long way and be really
For
appreciated.
sure. I mean, we've had a lot of programs come through that, you know, I don't want to I don't want to charge a lot of money.
You don't want to charge students.
I don't want to charge students. I don't want to charge scouts that come in. I don't want to charge homeschoolers. Like I really just don't. And you have to a certain extent
Because it's a business.
because it's a business. It really is. But if a lot of that is backed by donations, I mean, honestly, that would go a long way. Um, we've started making some agreements and some partnerships and sponsorships with other brands that are Philly-based companies, which is really, really cool.
I'm excited about this one.
Uh,
If you can announce it, I don't know if
Sure.
it's
I mean,
official.
so I'm starting to have a partnership with Chomp Shop. So one of the questions that we get a lot is, do you have classes for the really for the young kids,
Yeah, like
for the
fun.
kids under 6, under 7? Um, and I'm, not for nothing. I'm the one that lets my kids go and fall down on the playground and all that, but I'm still not going to let a 5-year-old play with a bandsaw. It's a
Not
little it's a little young. Um,
not appropriate.
but Chomp Shop, it's a cardboard cutting scroll saw that they cannot get their fingers cut, which is really, really cool. I believe it won Toy of the Year this
We
past year.
we got one for Christmas 2 years
It's
ago
awesome.
for our kids,
It's
and they
awesome.
love it.
We're gonna have affiliate links for them that help us out. It helps, that company grow further. They're starting subscription services, which is really cool for projects. Um, We're gonna buy a couple more. So we're gonna have classes for kids as young as 4 years old, 3.5, 4 years old.
Or like a mommy and me, daddy and
For
me,
sure.
parent, caregiver and me class.
Absolutely. And honestly, if you're honestly the idea came from when we had parents bring their kids for a kids class, a turning class, or whatever it is. And then their little brother or sister was hanging around on the couch over there. And like, what are they
Well,
going to do for the next hour and a
this
half?
is something since we opened, even when we were in demo mode, I brought our little kids' workbench from our basement over and just some art supplies, and we have them in a rudimentary toolbox that Dan made when he
Oh,
was a youngin.
a youngin, a youngin at like probably 37.
When you were learning woodworking, you made
Yeah.
these toolboxes. So I brought that kind of stuff over for my own kids to play with just to keep them occupied and, like wooden blocks and that kind of thing. And anytime that I see a toddler, I was like,
why is this here? And then
I bring out the
it's,
little
yeah,
workbench and there's just, they love banging that hammer
just
on the wooden workbench
making a freaking racket.
when
They're having
Dad
a
is
great
trying
time.
to instruct.
Yeah.
I'm like, how about coloring? How about the markers? Let's take those out.
No, I want to hammer the plastic nails.
But they like it, so there is a need, I think, for some activities for younger kids, and hopefully
Yeah.
we'll be able to come up with a few,
Yeah.
or if you have ideas, send them our way.
For sure. But I mean, I'm super excited with where it is. I'm even more excited where it's going.
Hmm.
So honestly, if you would like to participate or, financially back us or any of that kind of stuff,
Volunteer your time as a warm body
a
That's
time you
fun.
want to come hang out
After you're vetted, of course.
yeah, but you want to come hang out, come be a warm body and cover some hours. But if you'd like to donate, we're on Patreon slash Monco Makers. We are on we have a GoFundMe that's been there for forever, which a lot of people joined up honestly at this point 2 years ago.
And we
People
thank you for
You're unbelievable.
your
I mean,
donations.
everyone that's on there is unbelievable. What's nice is that a lot of people that bought gift cards a year and a half ago are now starting to use them, which is
Mhm.
really awesome.
Yeah.
So you didn't just buy them to be nice. You didn't buy them because you knew me. You bought them to support a startup, and now you're able to use them because we're actually a thing now, which is really, really cool. A lot of those GoFundMe's, they start, they collect a lot of money and then they just don't actually get to the starting line. And we have, and I'm truly proud of that.
Yeah. Anybody can have an idea, but if you don't
right.
make it happen,
For sure. So
that's unique. And
absolutely.
Dan made it happen, guys.
Yeah. Well, everyone that helped made it happen.
He had a little help.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want to help us out, patreon.com/Monco Makers. That would always go a long way. And then honestly, visit monco-makers.com, book a class. If you're in the area and you really are really into this stuff, get a membership or at least come in and stop by and talk to me about it and see what you're signing up for. We would love to have you stop in. But I'm truly excited. This podcast, we're kicking it off again because there's been actual updates now, and I think that we're going to try to do this once a month. I think that that's a decent cadence to keep this going and keep everyone informed just of upcoming events and things that we've experienced in the building of this process. We are trying to, well, at least I'm trying to have a discussion at Maker Camp this year about making a makerspace because I've spoken to so many people that have tried to do it and want to do it. And this is just kind of a discussion on doing it. So we're going to do that. A lot of things coming up. So I hope you stop in. Please stop by the website
And the grand opening.
and the grand opening March 28th. Would love to see you there. So, I mean, that's really it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
See you.